Well, hi, and welcome to number 67 of this series of 100 on the way to our breakthrough. And if you've been watching the last couple of days, you know that I picked up my book, Kisses from a Good God, and just started going through chapter by chapter. Why? Because Kisses from a Good God is my breakthrough journey. And so I've just been sharing each of the chapters along the way. And we come to a chapter today that I've covered in some respects, but I'm just going to run through a couple of things. It's the chapter 3 of Kisses from a Good God, on the way to our breakthrough, and that is entitled Gaps, Weights and Journeys. Gaps, Weights and Journeys. And actually, this was going to be the title of my message when I preached in 2008 after my cancer surgery. But when I finished preaching, I came down and somebody said to me, you should call it Kisses from a Good God. But there's a chapter in my book called Gaps, Weights and Journeys. And the Bible is full of gaps. The Bible is full of waiting. The Bible is full of journeys. And on the way to your breakthrough, you'll experience these. The waiting in the doctor's surgery. For some reason, they always bring you in half an hour before the doctor's ready, and you sit there waiting and looking at all of the stuff on the walls that tells you how bad the news could get. And I'm wearing a sweatshirt today. It actually was almost a coincidence, and there are two songs called Take Courage, and I love them both. This is actually Lindy Conant and Circuit Riders' sweatshirt, and they have a great song, Take Courage, which I absolutely adore. There's a yes in our hearts, and it carries through eternity. Simple obedience changes history. But there's another version of Take Courage that I love, and that is Christine DeMarco's. And in that song, there is a line which is genius. He's in the waiting. He's in the waiting. Oh, how I wish that I'd had that song when I was in the waiting rooms. But he's in the waiting. He's in the waiting room of your life right now. And I just picked up my copy of Kisses from a Good God here. And I'm sorry it's backwards. Haven't worked that out on Instagram. I've solved it on every other media. But I picked up this chapter and it says this. I wrote it, obviously. The courage for the journey, I'm wearing my courage shirt. The courage for the journey comes from relationships, from having people that can speak into your life. And it comes from doing the things that you know to do. Have I put everything I've written into practice? No. Do I understand all there is to understand about this life, this journey, and how best to walk it out? No. But I had an aggressive cancer and I had to do some things aggressively. There were some things that my wife and I knew to do. Take communion as often as we could, walk together, and read Dodie Osteen's book, Healed of Cancer, a tiny little book with 40 healing verses. Sue and I walked around the trails near our house, reading to each other, praying the verses over each other. We prayed them before we went to bed and prayed them when we got up in the morning. We did the things that we knew to do, and we did them as aggressively as we could. Got as much prayer as we could. I even had the entire first year class of School of Ministry at Bethel pray for me. On this journey, I was also given permission to not know or even expect to know all of the answers. The journey. Gaps, weights, and journeys. There will be gaps. There will be things that you don't particularly understand. There will be waiting. There will be times of waiting. And there will be journeys. And we have an invitation to use those. To use those gaps and not try to fill them with what we know. To take those moments of waiting and allow them to be an awareness that He is in the waiting. And as we journey, to do it together with other people in relationship. On your way to your breakthrough, don't let the gaps, the weights, and the journeys take you off course, but let them be the things that bring you on course. Because in the gap, He will speak. If you don't fill it with your stuff. And in the waiting, you can be aware of His presence. And on the journey, travel with other people. Travel with those around you who bring courage and speak courage into your life. He really is in the waiting, in the gaps, and in the journey, if we'll slow down long enough to know that He's there and to feel Him there and to see Him there. Kisses from a Good God is my breakthrough journey, one of them. We're on another breakthrough journey now, and Kisses from a Good God is a testimony that becomes my prophecy that says, your breakthrough's coming. I bless you. Have a great rest of your day, and I'm going to try and jump on a little bit later with another couple of these as we head towards the end of this year and believing for 2021 to be a year of incredible breakthrough. I will see you soon. Bye for now.